I'd like to ask, there's a presentation from the administration on the old Holiday Inn Hilton site, and I'm going to ask Mr. Davis, why don't we go ahead and do that presentation now?
Tonight we want to bring to you CityCentre at Big Spring. It's a mixed-use development in our downtown urban core. To give the council members a little background, the city of Huntsville solicited a request for proposals in June of 2014 for the possible redevelopment of the former Holiday Inn property and the soon-to-be vacated Williams Aquatic Center. The RFP required that a qualifying proposal must be of a mixed-use development format and that would provide an improved quality of life and overall economic development to our city. We received numerous proposals, and upon evaluation of those proposals, the city staff, along with a team of Downtown Huntsville Inc. officials, Chad Emerson, we determined CRS CityCentre LLC proposal provide the best positive impact for our community. The project location, as I've mentioned, is it's a two-phased approach. That's what the RFP submitted and allowed people to submit proposals on. The phase one portion of the project would be the former Holiday Inn site. And as I mentioned, a phase two portion of the project, I'll get into details of both these phases, would be the Williams Aquatic Center. The CityCentre at Big Springs is a proposed mixed-phased mixed-use project. Phase one would include 230 multifamily units, max, with on-site management, an urban-style hotel with 150 rooms, 28,000 square feet of retail, and currently scheduled is 30,000 square feet of office space, and that number could actually grow. Phase two would require a minimum of a 100-room second hotel and additional mixed-use components to be determined by market demand, which could include additional retail, restaurant, office uses. As I just mentioned, phase one, the city has guaranteed restaurants, retail, office, and hospitality. This is the current proposed site layout of both the phase one and phase twos of the project. The areas that you see in blue are mixed use components. There would be a mix of office, retail, and restaurants. The yellow at the corner of Williams, almost directly across from Thrasher Fountain, would be the first hotel. And then the portion in red is multifamily units, kind of standalone, and then a wrap around a parking garage. To the bottom of the screen and to your left would be the phase two hotel, and then the remaining balance between the phase one and the phase two hotel portion would be the future addition on the phase two property. I've highlighted, as you're aware, council has already previously adopted a resolution and allowed us to be in construction on our downtown gateway project. That's shown in dark gray. That also includes connecting Davis Circle to the current roundabout. So the roundabout would be complete. So it provides great circulation not only for this project, but our downtown urban core to handle a mixed-use development such as this. Wanted to show you a few project concepts of just kind of what the rendering of the proposed development would look like in scale. To the left, you can see I've labeled Big Spring Park. This would be Williams Avenue, kind of looking to the southeast. And this would be a view looking across from the VBC down Williams back towards City Hall to the east, back in towards our Twiggingham at the intersection there. I want to take a few moments tonight. We're proposing to bring to you is a development agreement and a lease agreement for your consideration for adoption. I'll go over those terms. City of Huntsville commitments. City of Huntsville will perform the demolition and removal of the former Holiday Inn, including its foundations. We are started on that process, not so much to try to pressure you into approving this, but you know, the Holiday Inn closed many months ago, and whether we move forward or not, we hope that you will. The best use of that property is go ahead and demo that structure from a safety and liability standpoint of the city. City of Huntsville will provide a phase one environmental report of the property. We completed that upon issuing the RFP for the project. So that is complete. The City of Huntsville will perform landscape, hardscape, and improve pedestrian connectivity within the city's existing rights-of-way that border the property. Council members, you may remember when we built the Embassy Suites, we did those streetscape improvements along that corridor. So there will be very little improvements on both sides of the street in front of the Embassy. The downtown gateway flanks the east side of the property, and there's already a hardscape landscape package in that project that is under construction. So the main portion of our hardscape and landscape improvements that would be a commitment to the city is mainly along Williams Avenue. City of Huntsville will continue our ongoing flood mitigation efforts along Fagan Creek by extending our box culvert plan from the Embassy Suites to the Downtown Gateway project. Some of you were on council when we did that project, that we took from Pinhook Creek along Fagan and put the box culvert in. And when we do that, it kind of collapses the floodplain in our downtown, which increases the density and property and sales tax values in our downtown urban core. So we will pick that box culvert up where we stopped back during the Embassy Suites project and take it to the Downtown Harvard Gateway project. So it will provide a connectivity link from a pedestrian standpoint from the Twickenham Square Medical District into our downtown and VBC, and also reduce some of the floodplain in our downtown core, not just for this property, but surrounding properties. City of Huntsville protections. On the Phase 1 project site, which is the Holiday Inn site, we will maintain a 99-year lease, so we will maintain control of the property for the interest of our public. The City of Huntsville will have the approval rights of the hotel brand that will go on the Phase 1 project site and Phase 2 site. The City of Huntsville and CRS CityCentre LLC will also mutually agree on the overall site design and the aesthetics and the character of the final design for the project. The City of Huntsville will also have approval rights on the transfer of this lease to any new ownership. So if CRS CityCentre LLC decided to sell their interest, the City of Huntsville and the City Council would have the right to approve who that new ownership would be. CRS CityCentre requirements. The developer will pay all annual taxes due that's generated from the development. This would include property tax, sales tax, ad valorem taxes. They will pay the city an annual lease for the Phase 1 development of $144,000 annually for that 99-year term. CityCentre for the Phase 2 site has two options. They can pay the city a $60,000 annual lease for the 2.6-acre aquatic center property, or they can purchase it outright for $1 million. And the way we come up with a $1 million price is amortization of the lease. And in that lease or that purchase, the city does have the right of first refusal to repurchase the site if the site's not developed within 24 months, and it would be for the $1 million that they would have paid us for. So there would be no interest or gain by the developer of allowing the city to recoup that piece of property and control it. Additional city center requirements, as I mentioned earlier before, they must construct up to 230 multifamily units, provide a hotel, retail, office space in the Phase 1. CityCentre also agrees to construct one additional hotel and other mixed-use components per market demand on the Phase 2 property. They'll construct all required surface and structure parking within the project site. This is a significant investment by the CityCentre development team. Currently, the structured parking is a 6-level garage. The city will have no money in that garage. CityCentre LLC must comply with prohibited use list that is Exhibit E in your development agreement package we brought to you for both Phase 1 and Phase 2. So we've got many restricted uses that we don't think is conducive not only to our city but our downtown urban core. As again, I want to kind of walk you through the Phase 2 project site because we have an existing city facility that's currently in use. Again, it's the Williams Aquatic Center property. It's 2.6 acres. And it currently has the Scruggs Center and the Williams Aquatic Center. Council members, in October of last year, you approved the capital budget plan that has a new aquatic center that at our natatorium complex. It also includes a hydrotherapy pool that's currently in the Williams Center. Design is underway and construction is slated to begin by the end of this year. All these new facilities will be located at the city's natatorium complex. This is a current layout that our facilities department, along with John Hamilton, has laid out with a consultant that's designing. In the light blue shade, you'll see the new hydrotherapy pool. That pool will be a state-of-the-art pool that will replace the Williams Aquatic Center and the services that we provide at that center. And in addition, of course, a new 50-meter pool to go with our existing natatorium. Phase 2 option. It allows for two methods for the developer to exercise that option. The city will give rights to the developer to enter into that option no later than December 31st, 2016. That is the date we have determined for the Williams Center to be closed and the new center to be open to our public. A second option would allow CityCentre to have early access to the Phase 2 project with an approved plan that would allow the aquatic center to remain open, and they would provide parking for our residents that access the aquatic center. And I think this is a duplicate slide, and I apologize. The early option, second phase, or second option I mentioned of early access, what this will do, and it's something that both the city and the developer wishes and hopes we can work out, and we think we can, it would allow the project to be built in one phase. So we wouldn't have this first phase open and have a high pedestrian activity and then a large construction site going on adjacent at the aquatic center site. This is something that the mayor has been dedicated to, and I commend him for. It's a project that I think the community's tried to do something with for many, many years and try to find a funding source. Proceeds from the sale or lease of the aquatic center, either the $60,000 a year annual lease payment or the $1 million outright purchase, will be dedicated to the redevelopment of the Council High School site. If the project goes in one phase, what we think we can do with that $1 million purchase is to accelerate design plans, working with Alumni Association to get a design complete, one that the community accepts, and then start a funding source to start building that. Early access, so how would we do that? Circled in red is the aquatic center. To the left is the hotel, be wrapped in the corner. I've kind of showed you a photo in the below screenshot of how that hotel would look. And the back side of the hotel along Davis Circle would be providing the new temporary parking to allow our citizen access to the aquatic center till the new one is open. The construction schedule. Should your approval occur tonight on this project, final design plans will be completed by July. Site work would begin in August. Hotel construction would start going vertical sometime in October. Mixed-use construction would be in January. The multifamily would start in June. So they're phasing this. It's a very tight site. There's many, many components, just like Twickenham, where things have to kind of go in sequence to get it to come out of the ground. Parking deck construction would start late this year. The first portion of the Phase 1 project would be scheduled to open sometime in summer of 16, mainly being some of the mixed-use components in the hotel. I'll take any questions the council may have.
And one question keeps coming up on the price. Mr. Davis, what were the three prices we were offered on the three proposals that we had?
They varied drastically. Of the three best finalist proposals that we had, one proposal was for $1 a year lease. The other one, I think the max was about $60,000 a year. And then the CityCentre group offered a purchase price, and we wanted to convert that to a lease. So we took their purchase price and converted it into what an amortized would be, and they come up to $144,000. So that not only do they have the best design, they offered the best price to the public.
I think their price was $2.4 million, and we figured a 6% return on that money. So 6% return put us at $144,000 a year. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.